Welcome to the show. This is the Jay and Cody show. What?
Hey, what's up, man?
You gave me an awful weird look there.
There was just a weird sound that I heard on the playback. I apologize. As you're getting lipstick from your woman?
Yeah, that was kind of unexpected. By my woman, by the way, is Christine. She's here with us today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to get killed later today, thank you. Just keep it going.
I think you'll be alright.
Yeah.
You'll be alright.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine. If there's one person in your group that even listens to this, I would be very surprised.
They're all in Charlottesville right now. I can see your friends on either side, to be honest.
The way you look, yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate women like you, and not you specifically, but I
hate women like you.
No, hold
not
on,
you. But
I mean, you
could have just left it. I hate women.
Green hair, a sleeve down this side, piercings all over. You look like a punk.
No, I don't.
You
You do.
You look like a perfect goth punk chick.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
That is punks had it first.
Yeah,
and then you basic people had to come and ruin it.
Long time ago, back in late
Well,
90s.
being yourself and doing what you want to do with yourself.
That's very punk
in the
of
late
you.
90s, that was the metal chick look.
Yeah.
Well, here we are in 2017, and those days have died. So if I want to dye my hair magenta, green, blue, or whatever the hell I want, I can
But what
do
I'm
that.
saying is I ran into so many girls like you, and then especially at shows and stuff, and kind of start to talk to them, and it'd be like, oh yeah, I'm really into Drake.
Right.
Oh, what the hell? You have no idea who Devil Driver is? I
love Devil Driver.
They're gonna be here.
When?
25th of August.
Ooh.
I think I'm going. No, 31st of August.
In a few days?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I'm going.
That'd be cool.
I've seen Des Befora plenty of time.
Who?
Des Befora,
Who's that?
their singer.
Oh, okay.
Coal Chambers lead singer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know it was the same singer.
Yeah, same guy.
Okay.
Anyway, though, by the way, could you say something along the lines of the metal scene is ahead of their time? I think it would be a fair assumption.
Because here's the thing. The East Coast always has the new trends. It always starts in the East Coast.
East or West.
Yeah, and then moves to the middle. Well, now, the metal scene is the East and West Coast. We had it before everyone else. Everyone wanted to be like us.
That's true, yeah.
I mean, you copied your look right from our scene.
Kind of. I mean, it's all about who you are and self-expression.
Why are you staring at me like that?
And let's be honest, we all dictate our looks kind of based on the media surrounding us and what we like. Mm-hmm. Which is why I kind of look like a fat Jerry Seinfeld. No, I mean, I have
Cody
no.
looks like a transgender.
I have no.
That's why Christine looks like she's seen one too
I
many
have
glory
no
holes.
fashion sense whatsoever, but. She was just there protecting you.
I kept telling you, quit putting your asshole on that
Just
hole.
your mouth.
But you wouldn't stop.
Well,
Couldn't you know with too many black eyes?
It's like a glazed donut.
Wait, black what? But I'm just saying, it's not really on her. It's that culture that kind of took over.
I'm old, okay?
You're not old.
I'm getting pretty fucking old.
I mean, you're 27. How old is 27?
About
3
27 years
years.
old.
About 27 years old?
3 years away from 30, which means I'm old.
No.
3 years away from 30, which means you're 10 years away from 40.
40 is the one you're old.
I'm not 10 years away from 40.
If you're 3 years away from... Right, but 3 years, you'll be 30, and 30 is 10 years away from 40.
And, let's be fair, 40 is not actually that old.
40 is middle age.
But it's still not that old.
Well, 44 is.
I mean, let's look at Flogging Molly. In their mid-40s is when they got discovered.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it through your 20s, 30s, and keep going. I would have stopped.
Right.
Opie and Anthony hit their biggest strides in their mid to late 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy having heroes that are in their late 50s. Close to my dad's age.
So basically, once you're getting ready to die is when you get big.
Well, but people don't die early anymore.
People die early all the time.
Well, some. We've had a couple.
Yeah.
Who?
Chester.
Well, yeah, we
Cornell.
talked about Chester. Actually, I don't think we've aired that one, to be honest.
Oh, really?
No, we aired the second half. I don't think we aired the first half.
Why the hell didn't we hear the first half?
Memory issue. Oh,
Oh.
I'll work on it.
Well, who else are you thinking of then?
Didn't someone just die this last week?
Like that we know?
Well, I mean,
Or-
okay, a bunch of people died this last
Right.
week. There was like, what, at least...
There was, well,
How many in Spain?
13.
13.
And then,
and
over
then
50
one in
injured.
Charlottesville. I mean, yeah, but
Only
no,
one
somebody,
in Charlottesville, really?
yeah, only one and
I'm
like
kinda
19
surprised.
injured, I believe.
I'm surprised it's that low.
I thought someone famous, though, died recently.
Probably.
Like a rapper or somebody.
I don't think so.
Not R. Kelly's career.
That was
And
long
not
ago.
Usher's reputation.
Usher. By the way, do you think that's true?
Dude, he gave me hepatitis.
Yeah, I know, but come on, like Usher, really, really well known. Get any girl he wants, and he goes for like the 300-pound behemoth.
He's black.
That-
That's typical.
Yeah, but she's black, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's huge.
She's got to be white, though.
yeah. It's.
No.
I'm sorry, but I don't see a man like that when he can get.
Wasn't it a long time ago, though? Like, before
No.
he got big?
No, it was just recently, I think.
No, she was. I was watching the interview. They said it was. I want to say she said it was like 5 years ago or some shit. It was in
Yeah.
Atlanta when he had like a concert there, and supposedly he told some guys to tell her to come to the back and meet him.
Which, and by the way, I think it was herpes, not hepatitis.
Was she? I know. Was she big then?
Yeah,
Probably.
looking at what she looks like today, yeah, I'm sure she's been big all her life. She's a good 4. Yeah, like
But
her
that
arms
is-
are like the size of my body.
Yeah.
She's hitting people with full Christines.
But why do you wait 5 years to tell someone you have herpes? Like at that point, it
I
doesn't
mean,
matter
maybe she didn't
anymore.
see him under her flaps.
Ugh.
I don't. Well,
Well, I know
and then
Usher.
there's the guy though.
Well, I know Usher
The
gave
guy
her
who got it
$1
in
million.
his ass. See, and that's another thing. Like, would he have given anything if?
He knew he didn't have anything.
Yeah. I mean, well, and it's
Or maybe
true,
she blackmailed him and, like, you know.
But
I
isn't
don't know.
it 2 girls and a guy, and like none of them are?
Usher's gay.
Yeah, one guy is definitely in on this.
No, it's
What
not.
the fuck?
Yes.
So
I
he's
haven't
got
heard
herpes
anything
in
about
his
it yet.
asshole?
Yeah, that's what the whole thing. In fact, I think the girl said she had herpes in her asshole.
I
as
never
well.
even heard anything about a guy.
That must
Also,
be
I haven't.
painful.
Oh, it's not bad. You get through it. Cody and I have lived a happy life.
I haven't really been paying that much attention to it because I kind of couldn't care less. But this flies.
Oh, I just watched the memes on Facebook. They're pretty funny.
I don't get it. Like you can get any girl you want. Do you
But
really
gotta-
go for that?
I mean, maybe he's going through an experimental phase in his life, and he just wanted to try
No.
something
The
new.
experimental phase happens when you're broke. That's when it happens.
No, just think if you're like filthy fucking rich, you knew just because you were Usher Raymond, you could fuck whoever you wanted.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you would kind of. To be honest, if
And
I
she
was
probably
but you
sucked
don't-
the chrome off his penis.
Yeah,
right?
but you don't
I
have to
was
be
Raymond.
rich to hook up with a fat chick. Fat chicks will hook up with anything that moves.
yeah, but maybe he. That's not fair to say.
That's
but
true to say, though.
I
know
doubt
some
it.
fat bitches.
There's not
with
a lot of. I mean,
steamers.
people.
Yeah, but then they're probably either lesbians or stuck up.
People aren't whores. I mean,
Yes,
only-
they are.
Only some people.
Yeah,
are.
no.
My point is like, maybe he just wanted to go back. Like, you've ever been with a girl and done like a lot of crazy stuff, and then like, you just really just want a hand job. Like, you're just like, I don't want to go. Like, maybe it's one of those things. Like, he just wants to go
Maybe.
back to a classic, you know? And
A classic.
He's tired of these bad bitches with big bodies. He
Right.
wanted a real woman with a real body who
Oh.
would do anything for him.
right.
Yeah, they will.
She
And I,
probably ate his ass that
They-
night and everything.
That's how she got herpes.
and I mean, I like bigger. I don't like skinny women.
I don't like bigger women.
For me, I don't know if I mean nothing 300 pounds. But
Yeah.
I don't know how you would. I mean, ugh. Okay. After weeks, it was revealed that Usher reportedly paid a woman $1.1 million in 2012 to settle a lawsuit after she claimed to have contracted herpes from him.
Contracted.
2 more women, as well as a man, are suing the singer, alleging he failed to warn them of his STD diagnosis. So it's actually 3 women and 1 dude.
Cool.
But, I mean, looking at Usher, can you not believe that he likes... I mean, he's a dancer, he's a singer. Come on. Is it crazy that... Like...
Isn't he married too?
Probably.
Because I know one of his kids died not too long ago.
Whoa.
They drowned or some shit.
That sucks.
You mean a black guy didn't know how to swim? I'm kidding. Joking.
It's true though.
I really can't take much more shit.
I mean, come on. How often do you really see them in pools?
And there's that one. The baby's flipping. But
Usher's kid.
what a crappy parent. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. I can't take much more crap. I've been beaten enough lately.
Yeah, but like your child hasn't drowned, so
yeah, no, he's doing. But
he's
smart.
alive.
He's smart too. Like
right.
in the fact.
Oh,
that,
so you're saying that just because he's black, this kid wasn't smart?
No, I'm saying because he's Usher's kid. I mean, everything's done for him.
Yeah, that's true.
I bet he didn't have to learn his ABCs. Someone else probably did it for him.
Yeah.
But no, kidding. Don't need any more. I haven't beaten.
Hey, by the way, where's Haiti at?
Fuck you. It's a callback for some of you who probably stopped listening a long time ago.
Once they found out we didn't know where Haiti was.
Or when they just got too offended by all the... Dude, I've lost friends this last week.
Really?
Over dumb
Really?
stuff.
So why'd you send me that message asking me about my friend's not such a bright one?
Oh, that
narrows it
That
down.
was fun, though.
Did you get into it with her on Facebook?
Yeah.
Wait, who was it? Do I know her?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you might. I don't want to say her name.
Right.
But she's a well-known drunkard in this town.
Okay.
She's effing crazy. Like, she's one of those people that is like a fundamentalist religious person. You know, but yet is like has no problem with taking pictures of her boobs and getting drunk at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And oh, God is great. Well, I'm going to smoke my Doral out of the hole in my throat kind of person. You know what I mean? Like,
so
she worships Satan too.
What? When did that happen? She worships Satan, or did she?
She practices witchcraft.
Well, that's not Satanism.
No, she is, like, I'm telling you, she draws the star and she knows how to, like, she practices casting curses on people. And,
wait, does she live here in town?
yeah.
Oh,
So she never got out of high school, is basically? Like, mentally, she never got out of... Remember you said in high school? Like, you think you were bad because you were, like, studying paganism?
Right.
Like,
She's a very, I don't know how to explain her. Like, I do believe she's a good person. I just think she's really broken and mentally fucked up. Like, one minute, like, she'll be like, oh, I'm done playing with the Ouija board and, you know, casting spells and reading the satanic Bible. I love God. God's the way to be. God will save my family. And the next minute she'll message me and she'll be like, I see someone talking shit to you on Facebook. You want me to cast a curse on them? Like,
I would love proof of any of these curses working.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know because I'm kind of neutral to everything. But
You should talk shit on her and see if something happens to you.
Yeah.
I call her Rain Cloud all the time.
Say Cody was talking.
You cut your dick off in your sleep.
Before we know it, he wakes up next to Usher. There we go.
Well, her and Michelle got into it too.
But see, nothing happened to Michelle, right?
Yeah.
Well, Amber inboxed me crying about how Michelle went off on her, calling her a racist.
That was what this whole thing started over. My cousin Julia.
Amber is the crazy chick?
Yeah.
Oh.
My cousin Julia posted an article that just said Black Lives Matter is not a hate group. And I was reading through. This girl posted like 6 quotes or 6 comments in it, and no one replied back. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to. So I just posted something. I was like, are you honestly comparing Antifa to the Nazis? Like, what happened in this country where people are like, the Nazis are good people?
Right.
No, I mean, 60 years ago, they killed millions of Jews. Mm-hmm. They were fighting us in World War. I mean, there's no... They were as bad as the terrorists are now. Right. You know? But now it's like, oh, because Trump doesn't want to be anti-white supremacist because that's his base, now all of these little sheep are following that same... Mm-hmm. And so I called her out, like, being a sheep, following the narrative of her stupid side, you know, having no common sense to think for herself, and basically just saying, like, it's ridiculous that you're calling any of these groups hate groups. Like, I've been to Black Lives Matter rallies. I've never had anything like... They've been, like... And I look like a white guy. Like, even though I'm Mexican, I look like the kind of white guy that might be racist.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you do.
And I'm not, like, obviously, totally not. Although people would probably disagree. Snowflake faggot. But anyway, that's how it all started. And like it was,
Yeah,
I had the 6th comment, right? When I woke up, there was 128.
Oh my
comments.
god!
This whole thing just blew
So you
up.
you delivered a storm.
Yes, yeah.
Damn.
And the entire time she's just defending that Black Lives Matter is a hate group and blah blah blah, and it's like, how can you honestly think that you're not a racist?
I don't know, because anymore it seems that it's turning more into one. I don't like saying that because I'm for the Black Lives Matter movement.
Where's your? How can you qualify that?
Like when you're marching down the street saying "pigs in a blanket," fry 'em like bacon, kill the cops.
And how many were there? I mean,
I don't know. I'm just saying progressively. I'm not saying they are a hate group. I'm just saying progressively. It seems like you're getting more and more of the extremists of the group, and it worries me because I don't want it to turn into a hate group.
let me ask you this: like, when they say these kind of things, is it provoked? Is it how they start their rallies, or is it after a police officer gets off on murder?
Even regardless of if it's getting off on murder, you can't fight murder with murder. That doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah, but you tell that to someone who's lost it. You know?
I know, but logically speaking, you can't fight murder with murder. That doesn't solve anything. That just then you piss off the other side gets pissed off again, and then it's just back and forth murder.
Dude, that's the plot to most movies you and I like watching.
Right, but it is
like,
a movie.
If Taken, if
Right.
you took revenge out of the whole thing, like.
By the way,
it would
if
be
you really
no
want to
good.
be exact on revenge, why don't you just take the other dude's daughter? You feel?
That's a good idea. I don't know why they didn't do that.
I don't know.
Liam Neeson.
Well, I'm just gonna take your daughter. Fight. You can have mine.
I've got a special skills and a really small penis.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm taking you into the back room.
Are you really sorry?
As a man, if I was a man,
You're not a man.
Okay.
I like how you
If
said it
I-
up. If,
I know, I
as
said
a
it-
man.
If I was a
I was
man-
about to be really excited.
Oh, it's a man with fake boobs.
Yes.
Perfect.
Like both
I didn't know.
both
I didn't know I could
words.
find any around here.
But no, if I was a man, I don't think anything would be more devastating than knowing I had a 2-inch dick.
Oh yeah, I don't think as a
Yeah, I think it'd be horrible.
trust me from personal experience.
Like
it's
you'd really
awful.
have to step your personality up, like have a great sense of humor.
Why do you
to
think I am
catch a
such-
bitch? Because like
You're talking
once
about
you
me
pull
right
that
now.
out, she's gonna be like, oh, like
Cody's been through a lot of therapy.
There's a reason. There's a reason.
We worked through it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
What do you mean, kind of?
And the strap-on helps,
it
but
does.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I don't know, because I put a lot of thought into it, like, you know, because like women, our self-esteems, like if our boobs are really small or we have no ass, like it really takes a toll on our self-esteem and self-worth. Now as a guy,
Well,
like
that's
we
'cause
can
your
fix our
self-worth
body
isn't there at
parts
that
though.
but
We can fix that if we don't, like I had mosquito bites at one point in time in my life. Now I got grapefruits. So
see,
I can
like
fix that.
Kanye would have been into you though.
Yeah.
If I had mosquito bites?
Yeah, it's part of one of his songs.
But look who he's with. He's with Kim Kardashian. That's
He likes a
not.
big ass.
he's
That's
a
not.
plastic surgery queen.
Is he with Kim Kardashian?
Yeah,
No,
they
he's.
had 2 kids together.
Oh, you said Kanye. For some reason, I was thinking Usher because they both look the same because they're black.
Don't
No, they
you?
don't.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah, a giant difference. One's gay. One just pretends to be gay.
Neither are talented.
Usher's talented.
I know.
Usher
I
is
know.
talented.
I know. I'm just kidding.
So you can tell he's the real gay. The talented people typically.
See, this is why I don't back Black Lives Matter.
you get assaulted too much for making jokes. This is if they were good jokes, it wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Just part of my beating, which I'll get into in just a little bit. But like now that we're here already talking about the Charlottesville thing, I know we went up on small dick thing, but
Shocker.
which by the way, look at Hitler.
Hitler had a very small dick,
He had a micro penis.
but he also had a lot of
How do you know
power.
that?
I don't know. I saw a documentary about.
His penis, just his
Just-
penis, nothing else. It was
They just
just
made a
his
documentary
penis.
about his dick.
They found though they had old medical records about him, And at the time, he had I couldn't remember
syphilis.
the term, but it was called micro.
Yes, syphilis.
Basically.
But
He did have syphilis too, yeah.
That's why he was so crazy.
A lot of
his
people.
brain.
A lot of people.
They also had
syphilis.
Parkinson's.
But he had a micro dick. So what is considered micro?
Like, just bigger than a clitoris.
Yeah. Hey, did you know?
Yeah.
Fun fact. Whenever he's on film or in a picture, he always has his hand behind his back because his hand shakes like that.
Really?
That's why he always had his hands behind his back and walked like that. So he hid it from the camera so you can see his hand shaking.
He was going Michael J. Fox?
Yeah, he had Parkinson's.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I kind of understand. I mean, I don't get why. If that was the hand you're dealt, I could see being, and you had the opportunity to cause all this chaos.
Yeah.
I could kind of see. I mean,
You
I don't
can do
agree with it.
He can do it with a wavering hand.
I don't agree with it, but I can kind of understand where it came from.
Well, it's just a sign of weakness, kind of.
Kind of. I mean,
To him, it may have been.
he should have just chalked it off.
Yeah.
I mean, he had no intelligence.
Right.
He would have thought that might have fixed it.
Oh, he had a lot of
I
intelligence.
think
He's a
Donald
smart
Trump
dude.
might have a small penis too.
Oh, guaranteed.
God, yes.
Yes, has to.
Nobody with an ego that big has a big dick.
Yeah. Because you don't need it.
And you know, it's funny because you think the guys with really huge dicks would have the biggest personalities or the biggest egos.
No, every
Not the
guy
case.
that I've met with a big penis is
Jokes
really
about having a small one. And
no. They're just like very like you just feel like their self-esteem's not that high. But guys with little penises are like even like below average a little bit, like 3-4 inches, 4
Got
to
it.
5 inches. Like they're just like, oh, I'm the best thing out there.
But that's like guys who are like really super straight. Typically, are the gayest guys.
Guilty. Why'd you both look at me? Listen.
Yeah, if there's one thing I would
They
say
brag about
that
getting
does
dads all the
not,
time.
it does not.
Oh, good thing I don't brag about that. I just get dick.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like super straight is not one of the characteristics of Cody.
I told you. No, never mind.
He's
I'm not
wearing
even
my
going
lip
to that
gloss
story.
right now.
Right? Yeah,
I forgot that was there. Wonder why it tasted so good.
look pretty.
It does. It makes your eyes pop.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
It is a Saturday, so I mean, I guess just getting ready for the nightlife.
Yeah.
All I need to do is just put. I got this Kylie Jenner highlighting. You see this? Look at that.
It's pretty shiny. I like it.
What is it?
It's called highlighter from Kylie Jenner.
Makes their face light up right
Oh, yeah. I mean, it
now.
does.
Sparkly
It's pretty
shit.
hot.
I just thought Jesus was sneezing on you or something.
Just jizzing on her face. Hey, you know, Jesus was black. Or tan. Very tan.
He's
so-
Middle Eastern.
Yeah, so...
Does he have tattoos too?
Yeah.
He has thug life on his stomach.
He has one right here and
Paid
one
in
right
full
here.
across the stomach. That's what Giovanni has across his stomach.
Painful?
Paid in full.
Ugh. What a fucking loser.
Really?
Who the
I mean,
fuck gets that? You know what? I'm sorry, but the bitches who get paid in full loyalty,
I have
fuck
loyalty
off.
tattooed on me.
You fuck off.
if your tattoos could be a hashtag,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
doing
sorry,
something
but
wrong.
yeah,
I got.
what a
I see. I got
fucking
loyalty
loser.
right here.
I know, but still, like,
I'm a loyal person though.
yeah,
That's not what your ex told me.
but
Shut the fuck up.
but
He lied.
Sure.
but paid in full. Where?
What does that even
What-
mean?
what
to be
does he do
honest?
for-
I'm too white and old to know
What does he
that
do for a
means.
living?
He was a drug dealer.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
I had an ex with scandalous tattooed above his dick too.
Oh, Jesus Christ! And it
Was
probably,
he in, like, is that when you met Cody too?
Mine says boner garage.
Mine says
That's
crazy beautiful
above your
my
lower
cooter.
back.
Right.
I have one above my cooter too. It says crazy beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
Christine, I thought my respect for you couldn't get any lower.
I have one on my cooter too.
It's a stink
On?
hole.
Yeah.
On?
I have a tattoo on my coochie.
What does that say?
It doesn't
Or
say nothing.
What is it?
I'm not telling you.
I know what
Why?
it is.
So you have a problem. You have no problem saying that you got one on
No,
your
because the
cooter.
one that's on my coochie is there for a reason. So guys can't lie and say they had sex with me. Because if they had sex with me, they'd know what's on my coochie.
What is it, like a checklist?
No.
So at all
I don't even put
costs,
that on my thigh.
at all costs,
Gio
that
was
keeps
here.
that weird. But I know what it is.
What is it?
I'm not telling you.
Why?
Because I just don't want to.
It's a cartoon. I can tell you that.
Really? Oh, Jesus Christ.
You want to take a wild guess?
Eh.
Just take a look at me and you can figure it out really easily.
Is it the Betty Boop thing?
No.
No.
What do I
Newer.
love more than
It's newer.
anything?
Dick?
I mean, besides
Money?
no. You're supposed to be my fucking son.
Yeah,
but
if I didn't know,
look, I'm sorry.
If you didn't know me,
I would already have 2 guesses right now.
I'm sorry.
And one would be Pokemon, like outright. Like that would be one of my first guesses.
I'm sorry that I haven't thought about what tattoos may be on your coochie.
Oh, you wouldn't know unless you saw it. But if you know me, you know I
That's
love
not exactly
one
true.
thing.
I mean, I
Hello
know.
Kitty.
Yes.
There you go.
Just dawned on me. Why?
I was drunk one night. My best friend's got one on hers. Hers has a halo. Mine's has devil horns.
Oh.
How big is it?
It's about like that big.
Oh.
Like,
how it hurt?
just right above?
Yeah, it's like right here.
Oh.
Ow, how bad did that hurt?
It didn't hurt at all.
Well, if you're drunk.
Really?
Yeah.
It probably felt good. Think about it.
I woke up next morning. I regret it, honestly, because
Well, you gotta shave all the time now, right?
I mean, not really. I really
regret the
don't shave
loyalty
it.
thing more, but
No, but like for an example, when I was giving birth to my daughter, like everybody brought in Hello Kitty stuff, and like here's my engorged badge with a giant Hello Kitty. on
Looks
it.
like Hello Kitty's puking out your kid.
And they're just like sitting there like, there's something wrong with this woman. Like,
Did that many people even look though?
huh?
Did that many people even look?
oh, I would. I'd be like, no kidding.
No, you don't want to look at that.
Yeah, I've seen it. It looks like somebody took a shotgun and just pulled the trigger a few times, but yeah.
It looks like if you took a jellyfish and tried to strangle it to death. That's exactly what it looks like.
It's not
I
pretty.
nearly passed out when I saw it.
Really?
Oh, it's so horrendous.
Oh.
And don't think that it's just blood and baby stuff.
No.
No.
All kinds of
there's-
shit squirting
Oh,
out.
yeah.
There's all sorts
Fluids,
of weird
guts.
stuff.
Yeah, it's not.
I think I saw like the 8th portal to hell.
Yeah.
Like if you had to live, would you climb into that hole?
No, God, I would just die. I would be fine. It's over. The scariest thing I've seen.
And you put your dick in that.
Well, it didn't look like that at the time.
No, I know, but just it has the capability of.
I just tell you what, it does not go back to normal after that. I don't
No,
care what
No, I
tells you.
don't imagine it would.
Yeah, you're fucked after you have a kid.
Yeah.
Just accept the fact that at one point in time you used to have a narrow path through the woods, and now you got like a hallway. Like,
It's not that bad, but like I don't understand why women would want to have more than one kid.
Yeah. That's
Like
why.
it loosens up quite a bit, but I can't imagine after a second. Like there'd be no
Or
tread.
4 kids.
Or 4. Yeah.
You could be like
well,
the
okay,
Duggars.
I
mean,
I got a story for you. I had sexual relations with a woman 2 weeks ago that had 4 kids.
Dude.
Why didn't you just say
there?
sex, by the way?
Huh?
Why do people sexual relations? My
'Cause I
friend
don't
always
say I
says
fucked
Because it
with
probably
somebody.
wasn't full blown sex.
But anyways, like I
Can't be.
kind of
God doesn't
noticed.
approve of that
I
kind.
kind of noticed like a huge difference between a woman who's had 1 kid versus a woman who had 4.
I bet.
Because when she laid on the bed, like her cooter hole was like this big open.
When
without
she
her even
sneezed,
touching.
you got hit in the face.
another baby just popped out.
It's just like.
And I was just like sitting there thinking, like, God damn, like it was just like a gaping abyss,
Ugh.
like just a black.
So you still
hole.
want to get food after this?
I mean, I can eat through anything.
Yeah.
What was it? Aren't you more likely to have problems if it's not like if it's just this like long hallway you can get an echo out of if you yelled in it?
Well, having a looser vagina, once you lose like your Kegel muscles and everything, the older you get, like my mom's 50 something and she's had 5 kids and 2 miscarriages and 1 abortion. She has trouble holding
She
her
had 2 that should have been.
she has troubles holding her pee. She pisses herself all the time. And she has trouble holding her bowels. She shits herself sometimes, especially when she's
I do
sick.
too, but that's usually just because I'm drunk.
Or you're completely gapped out.
Right.
Your sphincter's gone. That's
Yeah.
why.
You've been hanging out with Christine's boyfriend.
Shut the fuck up.
No, because I'm not a threat, remember?
Yeah, that's what they think.
Yeah.
You're a threat to her. Like they know who you're boning. It's them.
Yeah. I'm stealing your boyfriend.
No, and that's why women sometimes are so gross. And I mean that
Yeah.
in the nicest way possible, but
If
like,
you
you watch commercials, like, and I swear to God, I was watching MasterChef last night, and there was this commercial. The first one was about yeast infections. And it's like, ew. Because you know what that is. I mean,
No, I've got no idea.
you know, that's, you pull your man out and you got like this ring of cheddar around your dickhead.
Why do you gotta explain like that? Why? A ring of cheddar. I really wanted a cheesy taco, but I think I changed my mind.
It doesn't sound too bad.
It smells bad. It smells like sourdough.
It does. It's all caked on, and it's all around your.
It's really
Have you
thick.
experienced this?
It's really thick white discharge, and it has the consistency
I know what it
of
is.
Play-Doh.
I know what it is. I don't.
And itches and
Yeah.
burns.
Smells funny.
Oh, it smells horrible. Yeah. Then next commercial. Not kidding. Have you had a heavy flow day? And it's like, ugh.
Yes, I have.
Then you think about, swishing pennies around in your mouth, and no one wants to go there. Then the final one was about women that have loose bladders.
Oh.
And I'm like, how can women be like, this area is so precious?
Right?
There's always something squirting out of there,
Yeah.
leaking out of there. It's never anything good.
Like with guys, the worst thing that happens is go to the doctor every few months and have them stick a finger up your ass to make sure you're good.
Well, you get ball stank.
Yeah.
Your typical.
Right.
But, yeah, it's not
But I'm not discharging everywhere.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Or like little ketchup packets.
There's all sorts of weird stuff all the time. I don't know. Which I have no problem with if women weren't like so. Not all women, but some women aren't just like all about like how precious their little area is. And it's like.
The little yeast gardens.
Right, yeah.
It's like little petri trays
We're
down
just sitting
there.
there.
Pull the pants down, you're just growing potatoes down there.
Yeah.
There's just cheese coming out.
It smells like a turtle tank.
Bust down a Dorito.
That was good.
Ugh. Anyway,
Now
now that we've got that,
I really would
lovely-
like to get back to the Charlottesville.
Yeah, I don't know how we keep getting off that.
Because you like talking about dirty puss.
You do.
That's my favorite.
It's your favorite thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. You're like, man, I really wish I just had something that looked like cream cheese and that I could.
What are
I'm
you
slowly
doing?
losing my appetite.
What are you
I'm getting
doing?
a drink.
I should have, by the way, said cottage cheese.
It
There's.
does look like cottage cheese.
There's
Bacterial
water right here.
vaginosis is way worse.
Ooh,
than
I don't
yeast
know if I even
infection.
want to know what. There's soda in the refrigerator, and there might be something else. I don't know. But anyway, the whole Charlottesville thing, real quickly. How do you feel about Trump's comments?
About, or his lack thereof.
Well, when he first comes out and he says, there's blame on both sides, blah, blah, blah. And then, 2 days later comes out and says, the white supremacists are the bad guys in the
I
situation.
got a problem that it took
Then
2
comes
days,
out
by the way.
again and says, you know what, no, there's blame on both sides.
I mean, I think
He's an idiot.
he should have started off not waiting 2 days.
Right, but I'm saying, like, does it further the conversation that maybe he is a racist and maybe he's a bigot? Like, all those things, like, I try not to delve into because I think there's a lot more reality of, like, him being a terrible person as far as, like, his policies and junk like that. And I think the whole bigot thing just gets in the way. But now, I don't know.
Sorry, I'm distracted. Well, okay, let me ask you this.
Do you feel like he started it? Like, do you feel like he, not like literally started, but what things he said and everything has caused shit to blow up like this?
Because when was the last time that we had something like this going on?
You're right. I mean
before Trump. But also,
I think there's validity to that.
Do you think that there is cause
His nose looks like it typically does. It's all brown.
Do you think that there is cause or there's blame on both sides? Like both sides are kind of at fault here?
No.
Okay, I do. And here's why. Because
all right, Amber. Oops, I said the name.
as soon as you start getting violent, you're to blame.
You got to mix in his nose.
Yeah, you gotta do something. As soon as you start getting violent, you're to blame.
Okay, I'm gonna say the same thing I said to that ignorant, and I'm not calling you ignorant bitch, but she definitely was. These people were trying, and they said multiple times before they came in here, we don't want Nazis in our town. If anyone is kicking Nazis out of their town, I'm on their side. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm fine with them being like, I don't think that they started it if they've said we don't want Nazis in our town, and Nazis come in their town and they push them out. That's fucking American, if you ask me. That's not.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I feel like a lot of this country needs to watch Dunkirk again, and
You know, I still haven't seen that.
you should. It's really good.
That's what I've heard.
You know, again, that was like our huge enemy, and if you're trying to take a dump on our country by spreading your Nazi propaganda, I don't have a problem being like,
Right. So, then you think that out of the things that Trump said during his campaign, he's to blame for the Nazi uprising, the neo-Nazis?
I didn't say that. That was kind of you and her.
I'm asking. Because I do. Listen. They were there before. Obviously, they've actually been around for a while.
I think Obama's more responsible than anyone.
Why?
Just his existence.
Oh yeah.
Like, they really started showing up after Obama got elected.
Right.
I mean, he didn't do anything.
Right, but I think Trump is more to blame. Not just because Obama's my boy, but because they were there, but then you fuel this fire with just hate speech. Of course, they're gonna end up doing something.
Well, and what would Obama have said? Even what would George Bush have said if, like, David Duke was, publicly supporting him?
Right.
He would say, I don't appreciate them, and I don't want them to be supporting me.
Right.
I denounce that group. The KKK is not my friend. And Trump never did.
Well, he never even denounced it. He just didn't say anything. Yeah. And I think it's a problem when you wait 2 days. And by the way, he never even denounced them the first time during his campaign.
No, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
And then and then it comes up again with this whole Charlottesville thing.
Like, he had an opportunity to kind of clear himself.
Well, and it's like, I understand the press conference was over, but I was watching this video where he was walking off, and you can hear very clearly someone say something to the effect of, are you okay with the fact that the white supremacists are supporting you? However they phrased it. He had all the opportunity in the world to come back to the mic and be like, no, and walk off.
But he didn't.
Just no.
He said
that's
something else.
He didn't say anything.
I thought he came back to the mic and
he didn't
then
even
said
say
something
anything.
about, we're going to have a bill signing tomorrow or something.
No.
And then took off.
No, he didn't say anything. He was walking off. He's about halfway between the booth and that curtain, where they walk off. And that's when she said it, and he didn't even look back. Nothing.
It's pathetic. And that's something, no other president would do. So, it just fuels that fire.
Right. I don't know. Do you think...
That is gorgeous.
Let me see this. I like it. How do you think this is going to end up turning out? The final...
If we need video in here, because we're having a super, important conversation, so it's super serious.
Yeah.
But it'd be great to see what's been going on during this, where Cody's been getting makeup put on him.
Yeah.
And, that would lighten it up.
Right.
People would watch it.
I'm talking about neo-Nazis.
Even if they don't agree with us,
right.
They would watch it because of the makeup going.
Right.
It's got to be our new bit.
Should have Facebook Lived it.
Should have. Didn't. Well, I can't.
Oh, yeah, I can.
You could have.
Yeah.
But, I agree with what you guys are saying. At one point, I didn't agree with it, but you got some smudge.
Thanks for... Nice.
I think that's definitely got to go up on the Facebook page.
What are you wiping off of my chin?
You have some... You didn't get all the lip gloss out of the... Or
Well,
lipstick. There was a little bit of smear.
For somebody who does her makeup pretty well, she never does mine very well. She always misses stuff.
Because I don't have all my equipment I need to do your makeup.
How much equipment do I really need? I mean,
That's what God said.
I mean, come on. Anyway, so then how do you think this is gonna all play out?
I don't know. I actually don't. I mean, you can't... Even someone like myself who doesn't want to play into that now has to agree that, he's a bigot.
Yeah.
There's not much you can say to not go down that path. And a bigger question I'll ask both of you guys is, and, not to play this part, I hate fucking like, I've got black family members, and every time I want to go into this kind of thing, they always, like, offer to do the show, and, like, I always say, I don't want, because I want your input regardless. It doesn't matter if you're black or not, but it does kind of affect someone like Christine more than it affects us. I mean, in the race war, I can jump to either side. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but they've got one side. You know, like I can harbor some, but you know,
yeah.
But how do you think, as a country, and again, asking both of you, how do you think, as a country, this affects us? The fact that our president is arguably a white nationalist.
Well, I don't know which affects us more, the fact that he is maybe a white nationalist, or the fact that so much of the population doesn't have a problem with it.
That's the other point, yeah.
Like, people are just okay with this, and they're still supporting him, and they're still saying, give him a chance. I was just talking with one of my dad's friends last night about this, and he's like, well, we need to give Trump a chance, etc. And I'm like, nah, okay,
How many chances do we give it?
Right, like, let me tell you why.
If he was starting quarterback, his ass would be out.
Yeah.
Giving him enough time. One thing, though, real quickly, I'll throw this in. That is only like about 30% of our country.
30% is a lot.
30%
When you think
is
about
a lot.
what they stand for and what 30% can do, that's a lot.
But 30% of them feel that strongly against, arguably against, like, black people, and against different races in general, not just blacks. And then like 20 or 25% of our country is black.
Yeah.
There's a lot, like, there's a good chunk of us in the middle who are not black and are not sided with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I still think we would side with the black people and kick the racists out.
Right. Ideally.
But regardless, how do you think this affects, and especially like something like with your child? Like, how do you explain, like, that's the atmosphere we live in?
It sets us back. Unless you're not wanting me to answer.
Well, I was kind of, you don't have a child.
No, I know.
Especially a black child.
I honestly think it's really sad that we're reverting back to that. And I hope that this is just like a little phase and it's not going to get progressively worse over time, because I don't want my daughter to experience
like the racism that existed.
And people disliking her because of her skin color.
I actually think it's going to get a lot worse.
I actually agree with you.
And I don't like the idea of it, but especially when it comes to politics, we've reached a point in society where we don't budge on our opinion. And open-mindedness is not a thing anymore.
Well, and to be fair, Democrats do. And that's a problem. Democrats need to stop budging.
Yeah, but the reason I say that is because the same thing is going to happen with politics as it is this race thing, where eventually they're going to end up picking up a few more people along the road who are like, hey, you know what? Fuck black people, right? Am I right?
Yeah, cool.
Right, yeah. And so, I mean, it's going to get worse.
I would not leave a sound clip of me saying anything like that.
I'm not saying it'll get this bad, but I wouldn't be surprised if down the road 20 years, it's just another 50s all over. I'm not saying it would get that bad, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I would definitely side with the black people.
Of course.
Well, side with them
I side with them now, yeah.
It's not just the fact I have a half black kid, either.
Well, it's because you're not
I grew
racist.
up in a racist home. My dad believed white people were the superior race. He always told me and my sisters, don't mix our bloodline.
How the fuck do you say that
He used to
racist?
tell us that the white people were the smartest, that we were the best at everything, and black people, Mexican, and everything else, they were below us. I've never seen people for color.
Have you seen the people who are out protesting? They are not a superior breed.
Oh, I've seen them. They missing teeth and
Can't
probably live on social
And
security.
by the way, I'm just gonna have to say this real quick. I hate when people say that they're colorblind or they don't see color. I hate that so much. There's nothing wrong with saying color.
Okay, that's nice. Be fucking mean to the 5% of Americans who are colorblind.
rephrase this.
Fuck you
I
if you're
do
colorblind.
see color in people. I see their color.
You just
I
said
see
you
who
don't.
They are. Well, when I say colorblind, I don't look at somebody and be like, "Oh, you're black. You're not a good person," or "Oh, you're Chinese. You're stupid."
That's just being racist. Being colorblind is different. Being colorblind is when you say, I don't see color in people.
We're all translucent. But no. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's actually...
but
I'd
I
argue maybe it's a
think
worse
because the
thing,
fact
but-
I was raised in such a racist household, like that's why I make that comment, because me and my sisters, our whole entire lives, like, we weren't allowed to have black friends. My dad wouldn't let us play outside with black kids. He fucking hated black people.
It's probably because you always wanted to hang out in the alley.
Can I argue or input this point? I feel like in the last year, with all this other bad stuff that's gone on, I've actually grown more right wing. And it's all everything else that happens, like the little fight that I've been holding on to, where I definitely got beaten. I made a joke on Twitter, and I said, how can Taylor Swift have a case when she doesn't have an ass?
Yeah.
And the white women came after me. The feminine, you are a sexist. You're this. You're blah blah blah. You put down sexually harassed women. Blah blah blah. It's people like you that make this blah blah blah. Like it's like I raped her or something. And it's like, dude. And I kept saying it's just a dumb joke. I don't really like her as a person. I wouldn't say this about someone like just an average woman. It was again just a joke. And like I even apologized, and I'm still getting like, well, fuck you, go to hell. And it's like, what more do you want? But that, for me, being a very liberal guy, I turn back on that, and I'm like, no wonder so many people are fucking pro-Trump, and
Right.
because the PC culture is so out of control, you can't make jokes anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many people have been against this show for the things we've said and joked about. I mean, we're gonna get in trouble for the Usher's kid comment,
Definitely.
100%.
Definitely.
And it's like, it's just jokes. And when you take away, like, one of the few things in life I think that are there to be enjoyed is comedy.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna destroy comedy, then I don't know I don't know.
Everything's so sugar-coated now.
Well, I was gonna say, I've always argued that the two things that divide people the most is religion and politics, and then the two that bring people together the most is comedy and music.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's how I see it.
In movies, TV, but yeah, I mean,
Right. But I mean,
that media that you can't say things in.
well, and it's nice to just sit down and laugh.
It is.
People have different forms of humor, and I get that. Ours is a little bit more twisted. But there's a lot of us.
Maybe. I mean, look at the best-selling comedian right now is Louis C.K. Who
Yeah,
we
but he has
love.
a twisted sense of humor.
Exactly, but I'm just saying he's the biggest comedian.
Right.
So obviously we're not like the smaller.
No, that's why I said there's a lot of us. It just, some people are different, and that's fine. I don't understand why we live in a society where people can't just have different opinions.
Or just
Really?
or just say shit to be funny.
Right.
Like, why does it have to be taken so serious? Why can't we have the racist or the race discussion without it turning into you're a racist? I mean,
And you know what's bad that I've noticed? You can't. I almost feel like I'm walking on thin ice when I'm talking with someone. I had this experience the other day at school. It was a instructor, and he's from
Botswana?
no, but it does start with a B.
Wow.
It's weird you say that, but I can't remember where it's from. It's in Africa somewhere. And I felt like I had to be careful about what I say, because even though I'm not asking anything racist, just like, oh, where are you from?
Doesn't that feel racist to you?
Well, it's like all I asked him really was, so where are you from? You know, what's it like over there? What's the culture like? Stuff like that. But even then with that, I feel like I'm going to offend him, because and I couldn't tell you why, but I feel like I'm being racist.
Is everyone on welfare over there?
Yeah,
You know, that
right,
kind of
exactly.
thing, yeah.
But I feel like I have to tread really carefully when I'm talking about a different culture with people.
It doesn't,
it
or
shouldn't
even
be
when
like
you're
that.
like talking to black people,
Yeah.
I don't do this, but they want us to put those little gloves on and say, No, don't say that around them. Oh, they're too delicate. They're too fragile. To me, that's more condescending.
Oh, I don't.
Than just talking to
you think
them.
black people want that?
No, the left.
Oh yeah,
the PC culture, the social justice warriors. They want us to wear little gloves.
What's up, my Negro?
You know, I mean,
how you doing, buddy, homie?
You can't say that.
I can.
You messed up.
I just did.
You're supposed to say, I don't remember. Is black still accepted?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Amongst the black people.
don't like to be called colored. Colored really pisses them off.
Well, I wouldn't want to be called colored either.
I think we established that in the 70s.
Black is different.
It's been on Facebook all day. Quit calling me a colored woman.
Who says
that still?
I guess that, like,
My
some
great,
people
great
who are
grandpa.
posting about everything that's going on in Charlottesville, they're referring to black people as colored people. And it is
Holy
pissing
shit.
people the fuck off right now.
Oh my god! Well, of course it
They're
would.
like, I'm not a box of crayons. I am a black woman.
Crayons?
I am not.
What's crayons? Crayons?
That
Or
means more
crayouts?
offensive.
Right?
Oh, I forget y'all say crayons.
Yeah, because we speak properly over here.
Well, I disagree with that too. To be honest,
You knew what I was talking about, though, right?
100%.
So
It's the opposite of crayouts, right?
This guy thinks forte is its own word and it's not pronounced fort.
It is forte.
You're an idiot.
Listen, English is my forte.
Look it up. It's fort.
So
But anyway,
it's-
no, I can't believe people are saying colored. That I mean,
That I get.
dude,
Black.
that wasn't acceptable when I was a kid.
Well, I remember when I was locked up, right? Shut the
I
fuck
always
up.
love this story.
But
When you went to prison.
I did go to prison. I almost got my
Juvie.
ass whooped one day because I read something off of a bottle. I was passing out shampoo to everybody, and I picked up a Pantene Pro V bottle, and it said on there for colored women. And I was like, "Who needs for colored
Did
women?"
it really?
Yeah, it said
Oh
for
my
colored
God.
women. It
Like,
was on a
I'm
brown
outraged
bottle.
by that.
And I read it. I was reading out loud. I was like, "Who needs for colored women shampoo?" And this big black girl came up to me. She's like, "Say it again." I'm like, and I was like, "I'm just reading what's on the bottle." And she's like, I was like, "Look," and she's like, "What the fuck?" And I, like, that's when I knew right then and there that was not cool. Right?
Wait, what was the product?
Pantene Pro V for colored women.
But I mean, like,
conditioner. It had oil in it.
Oh, so it's probably
It
for
was in
black
a-
people here.
Yeah, it was.
Well, duh, yeah.
But
Right,
it said
so-
for colored women.
But I
on
can't
there.
believe-
What are you gonna say for black people?
No, you would say
for the black folks.
I don't know how to phrase that. Not that like how they're phrasing it now is okay, but I don't know how else to
It
phrase
said
it.
for women of color.
you don't focus on the skin. You focus on the hair. That's how you do it.
Right.
For frizzy or thick hair.
That's
See,
fucked up too.
It's not.
No,
I
it's
got-
not. No, see, like
I got
that's
frizzy hair.
That's it. Like that's not.
That means I'm
That
black.
that is where you're going too far by saying like that's messed up.
This is good news. I have frizzy hair,
think-
so I'm black.
I think. Well,
This
dude,
is
we
great
all knew
news.
that your mom liked to have. You know what
I
I'm
would have
saying.
been your daddy, but the dog got over the fence first.
How do you spell Pantene, by the way?
P-A-N-T-E-N-E.
Yeah, he knows.
What?
P-A-N-T-E.
Here, I'll have you do it. I just want to see. I got to see.
You
this
had
bottle.
3 letters left. You couldn't
It's
have
in a
typed
brown bottle, and it had an oil drop on the front of it, and it said for colored women
Dude, that's like every
or
single
women of
Pantene
color,
bottle.
something like that. Well, I wouldn't know. I don't use cheap shampoo.
I don't. I use horse shampoo.
It's cheap shampoo too.
It is.
That's
Yeah.
horse
My
shampoo.
shampoo's.
You realize if you need shampoo and you're in a trailer park, they all have the horse shampoo out there.
Yeah, I use mane and tail.
Your trailer park needs shampoo.
I use mane and tail. I like it.
Yeah,
It
that's
does
the
feel
one.
good. It makes your hair grow too. I use it's called Midnight something, but it's purple, and it costs $30 a bottle.
Damn.
It smells so good though, and like you could smell it in your hair like the next day if you
Yeah.
haven't washed your hair for a while.
I can't spell.
No, I know. D. Just put D. Color. D.
Colored people?
Colored.
Colored women?
Yeah, colored women or something like that.
I'm not getting it. I mean, it so far
I'll
is
do
not
it.
He's
is
got
not
it.
saying that it.
But you gotta keep in mind this is like back in like 2005.
Well,
I think he found it.
maybe
It looked like
it's
the
not
bottle.
right though. That by the way, a lot of stuff is popping up.
Yeah. So, are you guys both Googling it right now?
I'm not getting anything.
Okay. Because I don't know how big of a deal it really is.
It's really not. I just want to see the bottle. I
Yeah.
can't believe it's like they
It's just
put
got
that
black
on the
receipt getting
bottle.
whipped on the front of the
Yeah,
bottle.
exactly. Yeah, I just can't believe something like that.
Now try our body wash. It helps hide those scars.
Right? Yeah. But no.
So here it is for women of color.
Oh shit!
Holy shit!
Relax
And
the
see-
natural.
and see-
Relax.
I feel like there again, like I think that's offensive.
Oh yeah, I almost got my ass beat over this bottle
my
right
God.
here.
You should be able to make a joke about that, but posting that on products—that's a little much.
See, I was
Like,
a liar.
no, I didn't think you were.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see especially back then, like,
Yeah. Wow.
which wasn't that long ago.
I almost got stomped out for that shit. I had to like put the bottle on the woman's face. Look, that's what it says. See right here. Relaxed and natural for women of color.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
I honestly can't believe that exists. I mean, that is racist.
Now that wait, so if they put one out for white people,
They don't need to, though. It's all about the hair. Focus on the hair, not the color of the skin. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, why not be like, hey, here's some.
And that's not a crazy idea.
Yeah. No, it's not. I mean,
That's all
do
they're
have
taking
it.
care of is the hair.
Right.
Not
Not
but
gonna-
no, I'm just saying, like,
You can fix the hair, you can't fix the color.
the pendulum, though, I'm just saying swings.
Right.
Like, and now it's to that point where the social justice warriors are ruining it for a lot of people who don't. Like I said, like, I'm a liberal, but dude, people should be able. I don't even think people should get fired for saying the N-word.
But so let me ask you something. You said the pendulum swings.
And it depends, by the way, on how they say it. But
Yeah. You said the pendulum swings. When has it ever been on the black side, though? The pendulum's not swinging if it stays over on the
well,
white
it's
side.
kind of on the black side right now.
How?
The PC culture of it all.
Oh.
Like, I remember being a Democrat. Like, when I first like realized like I'm a Democrat, or was in like the early '90s. I was really young at this point. But the reason why I was because the Democrats were the ones who were saying, you know, let music like, I'm trying to even think of like Ice-T and Green Day and whatever, let them use whatever language they want in their music.
Yeah.
And the Republican side were trying to take lyrics and stuff out of songs.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's like, now the Democrats don't want certain lyrics and music, or
so
don't
you're saying
want certain
one
words
side is
used.
PC, then it swings to the other side.
Yeah, yeah,
Gotcha.
and now it's like so PC. It's like, ugh.
But I tell
please
you what,
stop.
that was a quick
I mean, I
swing.
guess unless you make shampoo.
Yeah. It was a quick swing, though, because it was over on the Republicans for a while. And now it's back over on the black people. That didn't last long.
I wouldn't say even black people. I'm just
Because now
saying
it's-
left or right.
What are you doing? Why are you standing right behind me?
She's gonna kick your ass.
What the hell are you doing? Get out of my bubble.
That's how she fronts.
I don't like this.
I don't even know if that. It's such an old term.
Give
Get
me your money.
out of my... I don't have any
Yeah,
money.
come on, look at
Who
it.
are you trying to stand up here? I've got...
That's what I used to do in prison.
Why?
How could you? I mean,
Why?
You're so short.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Crazy.
like...
Huh?
Do you realize how fucking crazy I am? Like,
You're
just
short.
think
So wait, let me
You're
practice.
short and little. Just right.
Why are you standing all up on
I
me?
have to leave here soon. I've got priorities to tend to today.
Why are you humping the table? That's my question.
It's brown.
That's a good one. As long as it's brown, it's right.
That's what I say.
Once you go white, you always stay tight.
That's why I don't wash my dick off.
It's not true because
You guys totally missed that. But anyway,
What'd you say?
she said if it's brown, it's red, and I said that's why I don't wash my dick off.
Oh, gross.
I didn't say it wasn't gross.
Well,
We got another 20 or 30 minutes or so.
yeah.
So you can take care of your stuff and then go have your dinner date with Cody.
We are still
I
getting
gotta
food.
go to Wichita.
What the
I got
hell?
business to handle.
You said you would go get food with me.
Look here, motherfucker.
What? Look, Christine, the whole prison thing doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. I'm not
I'll
into
gouge
it.
your fucking eyeballs out.
Do it. Means I won't have to look at you anymore.
Good. I don't like it when you look at me.
You're... Okay.
Anyway,
So are we really not getting food right now?
You make
I'm
her
pretty-
feel really straight when you look at her. She realizes how gay you are.
When will you be back?
probably midnight.
What the fuck, dude? I thought we were getting food.
Okay,
I'm
well, I'll
pissed.
stay here another 30 minutes. Okay, if that
Good.
makes you happy.
Yeah, it does. Because I was...
Shit.
Alright, anyway.
Good lord. Children.
I thought I was going to have someone to get food with. And then
Um,
she's all like, nah, fuck you, I'm out.
I don't blame her.
Doing all prison stance on me.
I wouldn't want to get food with you either.
I don't think in prison they stroke your hair like this.
They do. They do. Trust me. I've been there. Starts with a little pet, and then
You guys down your back?
yeah, then you got blood running down your legs while you're crying in the shower.
I miss those days.
Which part of that do you miss? The hair padding or the blood running down your legs crying?
Both, to be honest. I mean, at least I felt wanted back then.
I don't get that kind of attention out here.
Yeah.
You're
Too
lucky.
many other options.
I get too much of it.
Well, shit, send them my way.
Anyway, what?
They're only interested in one kind of, like, his special equipment he kind of has.
I don't even know what to say to you people anymore.
I would just completely can say that this is totally derailed. And the only thing that can get us back on...
Hey, speaking of derailing,
What do you got?
the Barcelona thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we never.
By
got
the
to
way,
that.
can I ask this question?
No.
There was a comment made a long time ago. It wasn't that long ago. But gun people said, well, it's going to get so bad that if people start using cars as weapons, they're going to outlaw cars. No one
Right.
has said they're going to outlaw cars.
Right.
And in this last year, that's been the main weapon.
Oh yeah,
I mean, Manchester.
it works.
Well, not
good.
Manchester, but in England. Remember they on the bridge?
Yes.
Yeah. Charlottesville, unfortunately. That fucking psycho Islamic dude, that college, which he didn't get anybody, thank God. But yeah, and now Barcelona. Who was that anyway? Like what? Well, go ahead and continue.
Who was what?
Who was the actual attackers?
In which one?
Barcelona.
They're Islamic.
Islam.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't tell you their name.
Right. It's Habib.
Right, yeah. Just throw a quarter down the hallway and you'll get it. But, yeah, so Barcelona, last I heard, which was just yesterday morning, I think, there were 13 killed and over 50 injured.
Oh,
They took a Dodge Challenger and ran it right through the crowd of people. And, did you see the video for it?
I heard it was a van.
No, it was a Dodge Challenger in Barcelona.
No, the Dodge Challenger is what ran over the lady in Charlottesville.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Let me look this up. I'm pretty sure, unless
I know
they happened pretty close together, I wouldn't be surprised.
I
if
know
I
it was a
got
Dodge Challenger in Charlottesville because I saw the video. It was very.
Really? I must be getting them sweet because they happened like within a day of each other, pretty much.
Speaking of which, on the Charlottesville thing, I posted something on that Vice did, and everyone should watch that. It's really good. Vice is actually with the white nationalists, and it just
Really?
gives you a good behind the scenes. Like anyone who thinks that the other side started it should really watch it because you really get the idea. The
Wait,
guy,
they're siding with the white nationalists?
no, the thing that, they were just there with them.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Because you said with them, I was like,
yeah, I meant like physically with them.
oh, okay,
Like,
yeah. It was in Charlottesville that the Challenger was.
Right.
The van must have been in Barcelona.
That's what I thought.
Okay. They happen so close.
Job
I
being
got them
accurate.
mixed up. Fuck off.
But no, just quickly, yeah, it's really good. Like it really shows. Like one of the main guys brings like 3 assault rifles, has handguns all over the place. They had shields and stuff, and it's like really, they're non-violent. They're coming with shields and bats.
I'd seen like a 5-minute trailer, if that's what you want to call it, on Facebook, a teaser of sorts.
You should commit the other 15 minutes. It's really good.
Okay.
It's like 20 minutes. It's great. Anyway, go ahead with what you were saying.
So Barcelona. Now that we've got that established, this has been the first.
You're such an OCD cuck, by the way.
I know I am. This has been the first Islamic terror attack, and since the bridge, right?
Probably, yeah.
And that's been a month and a half.
It's been forever. Sadly, not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but really, when you think about it, how quick they are happening, it's been a while.
It's not. I mean, because there's been a ton in Southeast Asia.
I gotta go bring Mary to her dad.
Yeah, I guess that is true.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. Like, there's always those crazy bastards are always doing something. Like,
Yeah.
and I know that sounds so pandering. It sounds like so much like,
Right.
No big deal. But no, they're always doing something horrific. But this was one of the bigger ones they've done. Do you feel like we haven't gotten as much attention, or it hasn't gotten as much attention because of Charlottesville?
Barcelona?
Yeah.
Specifically?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, because Charlottesville is on home turf. Barcelona isn't.
Well, and I halfway expected to see all the flags that come over people's faces on
I
Facebook,
know.
and none of that's been up.
Yeah.
Everybody is so, into the Charlottesville thing.
Yeah, I think that it probably is just because it's on. What the hell is that sound?
It's fine.
God damn it!
It's the security.
I think it probably is just because it's on home turf.
It's okay. You can leave the door open.
Okay.
Sorry, a little behind the scenes.
Yeah, sorry.
There.
Someone leaving our studio.
We've got more bells and whistles here than a train. Holy
We
shit.
really do.
Wow,
I love that shitty joke.
well,
More bells and whistles than a train.
I didn't know what else to say there, but
Tranny.
it probably is because it's home turf. I just think it's odd that the social justice warriors haven't come out about it.
Then they're not going to.
Yeah,
and that is really enraging.
You say that, but they always do.
No, nothing against that. And that's one of the things I hate about the social justice warriors is they won't say shit against the Islamic terrorists.
Yeah, that is true.
They are so, and no offense to what happened. I'm not even trying to minimize it, but a white guy kills one other white person, happened to be on a Black Lives Matter thing, and this whole thing blows up. Mm-hmm. And fuck white people. and again, I'm on that side, so don't misquote what I'm saying here. But you have, Islamic terrorists killing tons of people all the time. Mm-hmm. Even like I said, same day or day after. In Barcelona, 13 people. They don't say shit.
Do you think it's also because maybe we're used to it?
No. Because you could say that with like racism. You could say that with a lot of things. No. They're too afraid. They won't. And it makes no sense because Islamic fundamentalists kill gay people, kill black people, mm-hmm. kill women. They should be the biggest threat to social justice warriors. But social justice warriors, because they're brown, because they have a different ideology than just your typical white guy who they know they can beat up.
Yeah. They
don't go after them at all. Yeah. Like, they have the right to their thought, their religion and their thoughts. Fuck you, shut up, they do not. I mean, they have the right to it, but they also have the right to get shot by a good Marine. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
yeah.
And I'm never going to turn my back on the fact that Islamic what a weird stance to say like I don't know what a shocking stance to say. I will never be against Islamic terrorists.
Right? Yeah, I know.
That should just be like I took a shit today.
Right.
But yeah, no, they never attack them. They never go after them. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. I guess. When do you think it's gonna come here?
The next terrorist attack?
Yeah. Like Islamic terrorists.
Tomorrow. I don't know.
Good.
I mean, who are we more worried about? Fuck, we barely have talked about North Korea.
Right.
Let alone...
I was about to say,
the Venezuela.
Yeah.
Which I don't think Venezuela is a problem for us, but...
No.
When do I think the next... I don't know. I think we have more domestic terrorism to worry about than Islamic terrorism.
I agree.
I think the Islamics are even like, Jesus Christ, fuck those guys.
Yeah, right.
They're going back to the 1800s.
Yeah, quickly.
There's a sad state in Barcelona.
It is.
For sure. I don't know. Like I said, I think you're more red on it than I am. I've been kind of busy with the whole Charlottesville thing and Steve Bannon.
Yeah.
That I kind of... And I don't think that it's a good excuse to say I skipped over it, but I just kind of did.
You know what I think? I think that Donald Trump is secretly George R. R. Martin in hiding. Here's why.
If you say another comment like that again, I'm going to stab you in the eyeball with my dick.
They've got a lot in common.
No, they have nothing in common.
No, I'm just saying because he's killing all of his team off. And, like, here's the thing.
I see where you're going.
He took off Bannon, right?
He fired.
Right.
Took off.
You know what I mean.
Right.
And now he's inadvertently killed off the rest of the alt-rights
By the way,
they're all against him.
By the way, did you see Bannon's tweet? I actually kind of liked it. I don't know if it was Bannon or somebody who took his name over because they had it spelled different, so I don't know. But it just said, "I lasted 49 Scaramucci's." I thought that was pretty funny.
Nice.
Now, there's a picture of
Man, he looks rough, by the way.
Oh, Bannon looks horrible. His liver's got to be the size of my mom. I can't. I was gonna say something, and I realized who listens to it, and I can't say anything. But no, there's this picture with Spicer, with Reese. What? Priebus. How do you say his first name?
Oh, Reese. I think it's Reese.
Reese. Priebus, Spicer, Bannon, and like they're all standing around, and it's like they're all fired.
Yeah.
Like Trump, Pence, and those guys, they're all gone. Yeah, I mean they're all.
What the hell is he doing?
Which leads, though, to another thing that we were making a point about the alt-right and this kind of civil war thing happening again. But Trump kind of dumped him.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, does he not realize that what happens when you just start firing all your boys? Like, do you not realize that eventually no one's going to like you? Because now the alt-right's not with him. Oh, the good majority of them.
Yeah, I mean, they say that... I mean, I don't know. I honestly...
Like, really, who's on his side right now?
I usually listen to Alex Jones at least once a week, and I haven't yet. Well, I got caught up in the other Alex Jones thing, which I don't know if you saw my tweets on that. Oh, I did. Fucking great. We'll talk about that in a second. But Bannon is sending out two messages as well, kind of a passive aggressive, you know, as he said, quote unquote, this presidency is over. He also said that if Trump needs me, I'm here to cover the other Republicans for him. So I don't know, like it's a weird stance.
Other Republicans, not him.
No, of course not. Well, because see, they're not Republicans.
Right.
They're a different breed, apparently. Which I mean, there's a lot of good, strong Republicans. If there's one thing I can say, this Charlottesville thing, this whole Bannon thing, that really made me open my eyes more to say, like, some of these Republicans, some are really good people. And, like, they're like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. Yeah. Fuck you, Trump. And, but, yeah, I don't know, Breitbart, whoever you want to say it.
Yeah.
They'll be interesting to see what happens with them.
What do you think he meant when he said that the presidency that we fought for is over?
I don't know. I honestly can't guess.
Do you think that now that Trump's president and he's doing all these things, Bannon's just kind of saying, like, this isn't what I signed up for?
But that is, like, that's the other thing, though, is, like, what's he talking about? Because this is, like, Trump has been doing so many alt-right things.
Right, unless he just sees this going a direction that we don't. Because, I mean, he probably knows more than we do.
Maybe,
but probably. Unless he just sees this going a different direction.
If Trump outright came out and said, no, Black Lives Matter is not a hate group, this was all about the KKK and the white supremacists, they're terrorists, these group, I can't say all, I mean, whatever. Like, I believe in free speech, so they should be able to say what they say. But there's a difference to, you know, what, I mean, if you say fire in a theater, you're going to get arrested.
Right.
Like, you know, there's consequences to your actions. If you're saying I want to kill a bunch of minorities,
right,
you can't blame the minorities for kicking your ass.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't. Like, I'm sorry, but if Trump came out and said that, then Bannon left, I'd be like, all right, that's what's going on. But Trump didn't.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm completely lost.
I'm just curious. Like, if there's something going on behind the scenes.
I wonder if this happened. Okay, let's say our show comes under attack because there's too many black jokes or something, right? Mm. And we keep that same narrative of it's just jokes, keep your shit together. But they keep quoting you a lot. Mm-hmm. And you say, you specifically, Cody has a bunch of racist jokes, whatever. And then and we keep the narrative of it's jokes. But then I release a statement, I fired Cody, blah, 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 mm-hmm. to get those people off my back. You understand what I'm saying? I wonder...
So, maybe Trump used them as a sacrificial lamb?
Exactly. I wonder if it's something like that. Maybe. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I question that. I mean, Trump's not above using people.
No, not at all.
So, I don't know. The alt-right, though, they're up in arms completely. Mm-hmm. As I asked you before, if you saw the Alex Jones clips, he was walking around downtown Seattle yesterday, the day before, asking people questions.
Yeah.
So you saw him, right?
Yeah.
For one, there's one where, this guy walks by Alex Jones. These are videos. You should look him up on Twitter. I'm sure most people listening have already seen them. Mm-hmm. This guy walks by him and flips him off, and he kind of dances and runs away, and Alex Jones runs. He looks like a constipated duck when he runs. Graceful. It is the funniest. He looks so ridiculous. That had me laughing so hard. Just him running was so funny. Then the other guy. Did you see the coffee?
Coffee.
I'm gonna pull it up here so you can see this. I want your reaction to this video. Again, if you've seen it, I'm sure a lot of you that listen to this have.
By the way, I think it's funny how he got so angry because someone flipped him off.
Oh, it was bad.
I wouldn't be chasing. Fuck that. I don't care if you.
How do you know someone has a knife? By the way.
Yeah, right.
Or something like that. I mean, you wouldn't expect it, honestly, and he got up in his face for nothing. Mm-hmm. He just what? Do that to my face, and the guy just flipped him up again, and then he just kind of walks off. That's the second thing in here. On Google, Alex Jones Seattle is number 1. Alex Jones coffee is number 2. Yeah.
Were they separate clips that you shared?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't think I saw the coffee one.
Let me see if I can get this. And the thing is, this is at a far right site, and it just sucks. They need to get their shit fixed. It's called The Independent. It's a piece of crap.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing this up on YouTube.
Once you've found your dream car, let Midway Motors...
Oh, yeah. Video. Commercials.
Have you found your dream car?
I have. It's your ass.
Bipartisanly.
All right, here we go. Alex Jones. This is the one where he's chasing the guy down.
I love it completely runs by him.
Oh, it's just in the running. It was just, it's so funny.
Hey, fuck you.
Look at him.
You know something? I'm not afraid of you people. You got something to say, say it. You got nothing intellectual. Yeah, because you're an intellectual dumbass. Watch it, make sure
you're an intellectual dumbass.
Anyways.
They're all out of breath.
I know they're just walking up. Anyways.
Yeah, how's it going, brother? Good. Just trying to expose the shit going on here. We're trying to plunge the stock market. They're flooding us with jihadis. We're trying to take our country back. TPP just seized control of our country. Trump killed it. And the CIA is saying they're about to kill him on TV. And these little trendy cowards want to tell people like me, F off. But they don't want to actually talk to my face. Let's go. God bless you, brother.
That guy's probably, what the hell just happened? I just said, hey, what's up?
Why is this guy on the streets of Seattle talking?
Fuck you. Well, you know what? Fuck you.
Fuck you. Why do you say it like
on
that?
his show, he always says he doesn't cuss or anything. Which is fucking hilarious.
Hey, come tell me on camera.
This.
Come here, coward. Right here on camera. Right here. Tell people intellectually who you are.
Intellectually who I am.
Go ahead, yeah.
I'm your mama.
Yeah, look at you. Look at that. This is what they've turned the people into. This is it right here. Literal slave of the system.
Oh.
That's who they are. Look at
And
this.
Alex Jones just got coffee dumped on him.
Come on, hit me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But let me,
Go ahead. I know.
just that part.
Because you're a brainwash.
Just that. What's your take on that? Your first take.
Well, the guy doesn't exactly seem all there, but he's a little off.
Here's my thought.
It's staged.
Completely.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
kinda what I
totally
was
fake.
thinking.
The way he looks, the way he walks. Like I said, I will buy a bunch of overpriced vitamins if this turns out to be real. It's
Right,
so
yeah.
fake. Like, just everything about... The first one, I
The
think,
first
is
one
real.
I think is legit.
Yeah. But that second one, completely staged.
Yeah.
Just to make it look like, yeah.
Well, and it's like, I don't know, the way he came about it. Like, he was already around, Jones was already around the corner, right? And then this guy happens to be walking across the crosswalk.
Well, and watch this again. Watch how he approaches Jones. Like, look at his, like,
That's all
demeanor.
these people got is
Yeah.
fuck you.
And he comes up, like,
You know
really.
what? Fuck you.
Well, no, he kind of, like, hobbles like a goblin.
I know.
Which is what they always try to say. Trolls and goblins
Right, yeah.
is all...
Hey, don't tell me.
Yeah.
Don't tell me on camera.
Keep watching.
Come here, coward. Right here on camera. Right here. Tell people intellectually who you are.
Intellectually, who I
Go
am.
ahead. Yeah.
I'm your mama.
You can't even talk. Look at you. Look at that. This is what they turn the people into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it right here.
That's
Literal
exactly
slave
what
system.
he's trying to... He always tells people that's
Right.
what the other side looks like. And that's how
Right.
they are. Yeah.
And he's talking all crazy and like he has an awful comeback.
Yeah.
I'm your mother.
I'm your father. It's just ridiculous.
No, I wouldn't
And,
be
like,
surprised, 'cause
the
it
coffee
is.
wasn't hot.
No.
You can tell that because he didn't you know.
Oh yeah, because I don't know if you've ever had hot coffee on you,
It
but
fucking
it's
hurts.
a bitch.
Yeah.
And this dude's got. By the way, you can look. He's got a thermos. It's not like in a cup, so
Exactly.
those bitches keep
would
him
have
warm.
It would have definitely been warm.
Unless it was from like yesterday. You know what
Right.
I mean?
He's just carrying around like really,
Right.
really old coffee.
So
It completely,
Yeah.
completely fake.
now, if he'd actually hit him, then I would have been like, "Hey, maybe it's not fake."
But I'm sure the alt-right sites are going crazy
Right.
about this.
Right.
Look at the liberals. Look what they're
Right.
doing. They're fucking shit.
Right?
Anyway, I think that probably does it for us. We've been going for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks a lot for listening, guys. Any comments or whatever, emails, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. We don't get really...
Look at this. I just want to point this out. The Alex Jones channel. The actual title is "Literal Goblin Creature."
See, yeah.
Right
yeah,
there.
Yeah. And that is definitely sponsored by InfoWars.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
Which is just...
I just think that's funny that that's how they describe
But-
him, and then he's literal.
And I know I was just closing down the show, but let me just say this. Isn't it weird that they do this, like, high-profile thing after Charlottesville? It's
Right.
still fresh.
Right.
Like, what are they... You know, I don't know. They're trying to throw one by us.
Right.
And, yeah, all it is good fodder for laughter, to be honest. But, anyway, that does it for us, guys. We will be back. We might even do one tomorrow if we can
Yep.
allow the time. I would definitely like to.
Yeah.
But thanks a lot.